Ethan Cole grew up in a small town where dreams usually died before they even began. His father was a mechanic, his mother worked double shifts as a nurse, and money was always short. They lived in a tiny two-bedroom house at the edge of town, where the walls were thin and hope was thinner. But Ethan was different. He wasn't the smartest kid in school or the strongest, but he had something that most people around him didn't: an obsession. Ever since he was a boy, Ethan had been fascinated by the idea of freedom. Not just financial freedom, but the freedom to live life on his own terms. He would look at the sky and think, "One day I'll have more than this. One day I'll build something that lasts." At 16, he started his first business, washing cars. Not just in his neighborhood, but everywhere he could. He'd wake up before dawn, fill a bucket with soap, grab some old rags, and knock on doors. Most people said no, but a few said yes. And for those few, Ethan gave his best. He didn't wash cars, he detailed them. He made them shine like new. Word spread. Within months, he was earning more than his teachers. But instead of spending the money, he saved it. Every single dollar went into a small box he kept hidden under his bed. His friends mocked him for not buying sneakers or gadgets. But Ethan didn't care. He had a bigger plan. By the time he was 18, Ethan had saved enough to buy a second-hand laptop. He started learning about online business, marketing, websites, e-commerce. Every night he'd fall asleep watching tutorials and reading articles. While others were partying, Ethan was studying how to make money move without touching it. But the path wasn't smooth. His first online store failed. His second one failed even harder. He lost most of his savings trying to sell phone cases that nobody wanted. People laughed. Even his parents started to worry. His mother told him, maybe it's time to get a real job. But Ethan didn't stop. Failure didn't scare him anymore. It trained him. Each mistake became a lesson. At 21, something changed. He noticed a trend. Minimalist home products were starting to go viral online, so he launched a small online brand around that idea. He designed simple, elegant home accessories with a message: less clutter, more life. He worked 20 hours a day, answering every customer email himself, packaging orders in his garage, and reinvesting every cent back into the business. Slowly, orders started to grow. One day, an influencer posted about his product, and sales exploded overnight. Ethan woke up to thousands of notifications. He cried that morning, not because he was rich, but because after years of being laughed at, it finally worked. Within 2 years, Ethan's company went from a garage startup to a 7-figure brand. He hired employees, opened offices, and expanded globally. By the time he turned 30, he was officially a millionaire. But that's not what defined him. What defined Ethan was what he did next. He started mentoring other young entrepreneurs who reminded him of himself, broke, lost, but full of fire. He told them the truth that nobody wants to hear. It's not about being lucky. It's about staying in the game longer than everyone else. He invested in other startups, created a foundation for underprivileged students, and began speaking around the world about resilience and mindset. Yet, despite all the success, Ethan never forgot the sound of his mother's voice telling him they couldn't pay the bills. That sound stayed with him, not as pain, but as fuel. When people asked him, "What was your secret?" he'd smile and say, "There's no secret, just work, patience, and the refusal to quit when it's hard." His mansion, cars, and luxury lifestyle were just symbols. What really mattered to him was the journey. The late nights, the failures, the self-doubt, the moments when he almost gave up but didn't. Because that's where the real success was built, not in the bank, but in the mind. And if Ethan's story teaches anything, it's this: you don't need to be born rich to change your life. You just need one thing: the decision to start and never stop. So if you're sitting there right now wondering when it'll be your time, remember, Ethan started with a bucket, a rag, and a dream. Now it's your turn. If his story inspired you, don't scroll away. Follow this page, subscribe, and keep listening, because your millionaire story might start today.